The Flash and Supergirl's crossover has officially been confirmed? Oh my god! Yo, let me tell y'all something right now. My excitement level is like through the roof right now. I can barely contain myself. Like, man, before I say what I have to say, I'm gonna read you this article coming from comicbook.com, okay? It's entitled The Flash and Supergirl crossover officially confirmed. Alright? This was put out today. Y'all, do you understand that? Today, February 3rd of 2016. Alright, let me read you this article. It says, after months of rumors, comicbook.com has learned that Grant Gustin will appear on Supergirl in his role as Barry Allen / The Flash next month. Gustin will head to National City on the series' March 28th episode, the details of which haven't yet been released. We are so incredibly excited to announce something that we have dreamed of happening since we started making Supergirl. The Flash and Supergirl are teaming up, said The Flash and Supergirl executive producers Greg Berlanti and Andrew Kressberg. We want to thank Grant Gustin for making the time to come visit on top of his already immense workload, and all of the folks at CBS, the CW, Warner Brothers, and DC for working this out. And finally, thanks to the fans and journalists who have kept asking for this to happen. It is our pleasure to hope to create an episode worthy of everyone's enthusiasm and support. Supergirl airs Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time / Pacific Time on CBS. The Flash airs Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Time Eastern Time / Pacific Time on the CW. Night Riders, do you have any idea what this fucking means? Like, just any idea what this fucking means? Yo, I'm so thirsty for this shit. I need some water right now. Hold on. Let me explain something to y'all. This has just confirmed so many fucking possibilities. So many of what fans have speculated. Supergirl has officially been confirmed as canon with Arrow and Flash. Basically what I mean is Supergirl has been confirmed to exist in the Arrow and Flash universe, which everybody pretty much calls the Arrowverse because Arrow started it all. Arrow came out first, then the Flash, then Supergirl, then DC Legends of Tomorrow. So it's all I'm calling it the Arrowverse for right now, okay? Just so nothing gets too complicated. Let me explain to you what that fucking means. That means that my boy Superman is in canon with Flash and Arrow. Basically stating that Superman exists in the Flash and Arrow universe. Oh my fucking god, I am so fucking amped for this. Alright, let me explain something. When I first heard this, I damn near dropped my phone. I posted it in the Reactors League group. And I just been posting it everywhere. Let me tell y'all something. When I heard that Supergirl and Flash was crossing over, that automatically triggered in my mind that Superman has been officially confirmed to exist in the Flash and Arrow universe. We've only been teased about it with the trailer for DC Legends of Tomorrow when basically Rip Hunter stated that he's seen Dark Knight's Fall, or what was it? Dark Knight's Fall or Men of Steel die, some shit like that. No, he said, I seen Men of Steel die in Dark Knight's Fall. That's basically what he said. So it was a hint that Batman and Superman existed in the world. But now it has been officially confirmed. So after, obviously, I was very, very fucking excited, I had to think to myself, what else did this fucking mean? It goes way beyond than just Superman existing in this world. Let me break it down so that you guys can fully understand. It means you have the Flash You have Green Arrow. You have Supergirl. You have Superman. You have Black Canary, Firestorm, Reverse Flash, Hawkgirl, Hawkman, Vandal Savage, the Atom, Captain Cold, Heatwave, White Canary, just all the characters in Arrow, all the characters in Flash, all the characters in Supergirl, and all the characters in DC Legends of Tomorrow. They all exist in one fucking world. They can all visit one another if they really wanted to. That's basically what this means. Then obviously I got a little bit hype, so I started going crazy. I started screaming. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this is that. I got excited and I started having a nerdgasm. And then when I had the nerdgasm, it took me to a level that I never thought I can reach, for the simple fact that it made me think about something that I never thought about before. Not only do all these characters exist in the same world, Kitty, hey, listen. I'm very excited right now. I need to finish explaining this, okay? Shut the fuck up. So listen, not only do all these characters exist in the same world, not only can they all go visit one another, not only can the Flash zip over to Metropolis, zip over to Star City, zip over to National City to go visit all these people, they also pretty much confirmed that time travel exists in this universe. The multiverse exists. It's all canon. It's all connected. They basically brought you the DC comic multiverse to the fucking television show. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all don't even understand how excited I am. I'm losing my fucking mind. So you're telling me that Earth 2 is canon. Time travel is canon. Reverse Flash is canon. He comes from the future. Are you fucking kidding me? My mind is blown. Okay. You haven't had these many characters in one world since Smallville. And for those of you that's been with me long enough, you know that Smallville is my top favorite superhero TV show of all time. I gave that show 10 years of my life. It's been my longest relationship. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can judge me all y'all want. For the people that don't like Smallville, I don't give a fuck. It was on air for 10 years. So, not only that, Smallville will always hold a special place in my heart because it brought together so many different characters. It was basically, granted, you didn't really see Superman in his outfit, in the Superman outfit, and really flying until the last episode. Granted, I get that. But you still had Impulse, Green Arrow. You didn't see them, but it was stated that both Batman and Wonder Woman existed in the Smallville universe. Don't believe me? Go back and watch Smallville, either season 9 or season 10. Season 10, I believe. Yeah, season 10, Chloe stated it that, that she's seen, and I think she said, like an Amazonian warrior and a billionaire who likes to play with his toys or some shit. I forgot exactly what she said, but she stated that to Clark. So both Wonder Woman and Batman was stated to exist in that world. Then you had, like I said, you had Impulse, Green Arrow, Cyborg, Aquaman, Hawkman, Dr. Fate. You had the entire Justice Society. You had so many characters in that show that you haven't had anything since then up until now. Now, instead of it all being crammed into one show, you have different shows to bring in even more characters to complete the world. You have DC Legends of Tomorrow, which is canon with the world because both Arrow and Flash exist in that world because both of their characters from those shows are on that show. And now you having Flash go over to where Supergirl is. You just proved that Supergirl is part of that world, which means Superman is part of that world, which means time travel exists, which means the multiverse is real, which means Earth 2 is canon, which means you got Jay Garrick, you got Deathstorm, you got Zoom, you got Killer Frost. Do I need to go on? Woo! Okay, so I I know a couple of you guys are like, he's losing his shit. He's very excited. You could tell. I barely taking a breath while I'm talking about this. But let me explain something to you. You have people who are already upset about it. They don't understand how the crossover is happening because Supergirl is on a different network. Supergirl is on CBS. Flash and Arrow are on CW. Well, Anthony, how can they cross over? For those of you that don't know this, and there's a lot of people that don't know this, so I'm not even mad at the people who are bitching about it. CBS and CW are sister networks. They can do a crossover. They're related networks. You can have the crossover. That's how it's able to happen. Now, if Supergirl was on, let's say, ABC or Fox or MTV or BET or something like that, then crossovers couldn't happen. That's kind of like with movie networks. I mean, with movies, you can't really cross over a Sony picture with Marvel. You know what I mean? Because they're two different networks. Now, if their companies make a decision together, then they can do it. But just out of the blue, you can't really do that. Greg Berlanti and Andrew Kressberg, they're executive producers in almost all these shows. I know Greg Berlanti is. I'm not positive on Andrew Kressberg. But Greg Berlanti is pretty much the executive producer of Arrow, Flash, DC Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. They're his fucking characters. He can do that. Number one. Number two, CBS and CW are sister networks. They can still do that. Now, you have haters that's been brought to my attention that people are upset because they're like, oh, they never even spoke about National City. They never even spoke about Superman. They never even brought up Supergirl. Number one, we don't know exactly where in the timeline all this fits. That's number one. Number two, just because something wasn't said doesn't mean it doesn't exist. If we don't talk about Mars, if you've never talked about Mars your entire life, that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Mars is up there. Right or wrong. Also, I could be wrong. Let me know if I am. For those of you who've watched it religiously and know damn near word for word. But I don't believe Arrow even talked about Central City up until season 2 when Barry came over. Barry came over before he became the Flash, because his origins was introduced at the ending of that Arrow episode. I don't believe Central City was even introduced or even stated on Arrow until that episode. So shit can happen. And mark my words, I'm saying it here first. Okay? I'm saying it here first. Well, before I say it, first off, them doing the crossover with Flash, I didn't expect that till season 2. And I gotta wrap this up because I'm reaching my time limit. I didn't expect them to do the crossover until season 2. So for them to do it now is a shocker, but it's a pleasant shocker. I am so fucking hyped for this. I'm so excited. But mark my words, Night Riders. I'm stating it here first. Supergirl is going over to Flash for season 2. I guarantee you for season 2 of Supergirl, she's going over to Flash. So Flash's season 3 is going to have Supergirl on it some way, somehow. I don't know if it's going to be the crossover, but there's going to be an episode where Supergirl goes over to Flash. And I say that for the simple fact that you had Barry go over to Arrow before the show started. You had a character that they were introducing to the Arrowverse go over to an established show already. Okay, follow me here. So with that being said, they're pretty much doing the same thing with Supergirl, but just in reverse. Instead of having Supergirl go over to a popular show already, you're having Supergirl establish her world, and you're having an established hero that's been on for a year and a half that everyone knows and loves come over to her show. Right? They're going to have Supergirl go over to Flash for season 3. I don't know if it's going to be for the crossover, but it's going to happen. Mark my fucking words. I am so excited for this. Night Riders, post your comments down below. Let me know what you think about the Supergirl and Flash crossover with Flash going over to the Supergirl TV show. I can't wait. I am excited. I need to end this. Night Riders, onward to 10K. Ride or die, y'all. We out.